The rule of 20. What is it? Why do financial advisors use it? And how is it going to help you retire earlier? Look, it's not a perfect formula, but it's a very useful guide. It helps you estimate how much you're going to need in assets to support a certain level of retirement income. Here's how it works. You come up with the amount you want to spend in retirement each year. You multiply that by 20. That gives you your target asset base. So you want to spend $100,000 per annum in retirement. You're going to need $2 million in assets to fund that. Now, these assets, if invested appropriately, should effectively last you forever, no matter the age. It covers your spend and it's not going to eat into the capital. Now, why does this formula work? So let's say your investments earn around 8% per year, which is pretty typical for a growth portfolio. The 5% is going to cover your spend, that $100,000, and that leaves you with 3% to reinvest back into the asset base. That 3% reinvestment helps your portfolio grow with inflation, meaning your spending power can increase over time without eating into the asset base. If you're targeting this number for a future retirement date, you'll need to adjust your income goal for inflation. Now let's use an example to see how much we might need to invest. So we got Ben and Jess here, a couple, both 30 years old. They plan to retire at 50 years old, so in 20 years. They're sick of their jobs and they never want to work after that point. They want to spend $100,000 per year in today's dollars. So that same amount will cost them $180,000 in 20 years, assuming 3% inflation. So now looking at their target of $180,000, we times that by 20. We're going to need 3.6 mil in assets to be able to never work again. Let's work that out backwards to see what they actually need to invest to get to their target. For example's sake, let's say they have $100,000 already invested each, and they're investing into the S&P 500, which gets an average return of around 10%. They're going to need to invest $390 per week each for the next 20 years to reach this target, or roughly $40,000 per year as a couple, compounding at 10%. I think that's definitely achievable. If they commit to this, they essentially never have to work again past 50 years old. Doesn't account for taxes, and that is the rule of 20.